Hey guys, today I'm doing my TBR for the Owl's Magical Readathon as well as my April TBR because it takes place throughout the entire month of April. So let's get started. I fucked up my own intro. So I'm going to start with the first prompt and go through every prompt. And then I'll make special mentions for the ones that are specifically for my career choice, which is healer. So for the first prompt, which is Ancient Runes, I have, which you had to read a retelling for, I have Circe by Madeline Miller. This is a retelling of the Greek mythology. So yeah, I'm either going to read this or her other book, Song of Achilles. This was just the one that I grabbed from the library. But yeah. Next, I have for the challenge, or for Arithmancy, which is work written by more than one author, I have Betrayed by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. This is the mother-daughter duo. I read the first book years ago. I wanted to reread it, but I really don't feel like it. So I'm just going to jump into this, pretending like I know what's going on, but who knows. Next, I have The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. And this is for the challenge to read a book with an animal or land animal on the cover. And as you can see, there's a horse on the cover, because this has to do with horses that are dangerous and racing. Next is for this was for Care of Magical Creatures. Forgot Astronomy, and that is for the challenge with a star on the cover, or with star in the title. And I'm either going to read The Star Touched Queen by Roshni Chomsky or the Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. Either one, whichever one I can get from the library or get in time for the readathon. Next, I have Reaper at the Gates by Saba Tahir. This is for the challenge for Defense Against the Dark Arts. For Reducto, you have to read a book with that starts with R. Technically, this starts with A, but if you just ignore our Reaper at the Gates and just call it Reaper at the Gates, it counts. Yeah, this is the third book in the Ember and the Ashes series. I have really enjoyed this series, and I'm really excited to get to this third book. And this one is necessary for my career choice. Next is Charms, which is age line, read an adult work. And for that, I have the challenge to read, or I'm going to be reading Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm really excited for this book. I loved Evelyn Hugo, and I'm so excited to read her newest book, Daisy Jones and the Six. Next is for... Oh, and Charms is also necessary for my for healer. Next is Divination, which is a book set in the future, and I have The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. This is the second book in the Bone Season series. I read and enjoyed the first book, so I'm excited to continue on with this series. especially because she just came out with like everyone's new favorite book. So I want to read her original series first before getting into The Priory of the Orange Tree. Next is Herbology, which is a plants on the cover, and I have Bad Romance by Heather Demetrios. And this is also necessary for Healer. I believe this is about an abusive relationship. That's about all I know. Yeah, it's about an abusive relationship. And I know that Books and Lala read it. She really enjoyed it, or she enjoyed it, so I'm excited to read it for myself. Next is for the challenge of History of Magic, which is a book published 10 years ago, or at least 10 years ago, and I have chosen by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. Yep. And this is the third book in the House of Knights series. This was one of the only books that I could find at the library that was published over 10 years ago that I had some inkling to read. So the next book that I have is for Muggle Studies, and that is to read a contemporary. And I have American Street by E.B. Zaboy. I read another E.B. Zaboy that I didn't love, which was Pride, but I'm excited to give her another chance because I'm just really excited for this one. Like, I bought it and everything. So yeah, I'm excited to give her another chance. And this was the only contemporary that I had on my own shelves. Next is for Potions, which is another necessary challenge for my career choice. And I have two choices, and that is, and it's Potions, which is Next Ingredient, or which is a sequel. And I have two choices. First is Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. And this is the 2.5 for the Truth Witch series, or the Witchlands saga. I've enjoyed the first two books, so I'm excited to read this so I can finally read Blood Witch, because I've been itching to read that book. Or I have Queen of Air and Darkness by Cassandra Clare. I need to get this book read. It's been out for 4 months now, and I haven't read it. So it's time. And lastly, I have for Transfiguration, which is the last necessary one, but I do have to read 3 other subjects. So I have to read a total of 8 subjects in order to become a healer. But this is the last necessary subject, and that is for Transfiguration, which is sprayed edges or a red cover. And that's where My Hero Academia manga comes in. I have the first 5 that I would like to get to. And this, the second book is the one that has the red cover. So I'm going to read this one for sure, which means I have to read the first book before I can get to it. But I would like to get to all 5 of them, because I can count them. So the first one I don't think counts for any other challenge, but this one counts for a cover. This one can count for a sequel. And just all of them can count for another challenge. So I'm just going to read them all so I can collect the rest of the manga, because I would like to do that because I really enjoy this anime. So that's all I have for this video today. Tell me what you guys are reading for this readathon and for the month of April down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!